Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Regretfulturtle or Jesus Maldonado, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this simple credit card illustration right here. Alright, so let's get started right away. Come on, let's go. Okay, in order to get started to make this credit card, we're going to go ahead and create a new layer, and we're going to go ahead and call this layer stroke. And then to make our credit card, we're just going to go ahead and grab the square tool and make a rectangle about this big, and we're gonna go ahead, so we just want it a little bit longer than taller, and so we're gonna go ahead and center it on the page, and we're gonna go ahead and for now we're gonna cancel out the fill, and we're gonna go ahead and give it an 8-point stroke, a black 8-point stroke. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our corner tool, hit C on your keyboard, and we're just going to go ahead and round out the corners, grab all 4 corners and round them out a little bit. And now that we got this, this is pretty much our whole credit card already, so we're going to go ahead and just create a new layer. We're going to duplicate our layer that we had, so Control D for Windows, probably Command D for Mac. I don't have a Mac. And then our stroke layer, we're gonna go ahead and rename it color. And so now that we got that going on, we're gonna go ahead and grab that curve, our rectangle, and we're gonna go ahead and make it a nice blue color. I just had the blue color that I wanted, and I can't believe it didn't save to my swatches. But alright, we'll go ahead and remake it. So now we're just gonna go to our RGB hex sliders and make it a nice blue, and desaturate it a little bit so it's not so harsh on the eyes on whoever views it. So we're gonna go ahead and just desaturate a little bit more, and then our hex code is 0B69FF. So if you want to go ahead and use that same color, you can. If not, you can get your own color, make your own color. And yeah, alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, and after that we're gonna go ahead and grab our text tool and just make the text about that big, which is 31.5. we're gonna go ahead and just make it a straight 32. So we're gonna go ahead and make it 32 point for our text. And our font that we're gonna go ahead and use, everyone should have this font. It's gonna be Costania. No, we're gonna do Consolas. Yeah, Consolas. And then we're gonna go ahead and just type in 55, 55, 55, 55. And I believe it's, let's see, it's 4 groups of 4 numbers, so we're gonna go ahead and do another 5, 5, 5. So we're just gonna want to make these guys a little bit smaller. Then instead of 32, we're gonna go ahead and do a 28, and see if this fits perfectly on this card. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it and hit Shift on your keyboard while grabbing your text, and then align center, so it lines up perfectly in the middle of the card. And we're gonna go ahead and make this a little bit smaller, so we're just gonna go ahead and do 26 points instead. And then you grab your text again, hold Shift to select your rectangle, and then again align center so it's in the middle. Cool, now we got our numbers of the card, and we wanted to place it maybe a little bit higher, so we're gonna go ahead and hit Shift and hit our up arrow keys twice. 1, 2. Sweet, awesome. Now that we have that going on, we're gonna go ahead and select our numbers, and then we're gonna go ahead and duplicate the numbers on our layers panel, so Control J, and then hide one of the numbers, and we're gonna go to our effects here, and we want to go ahead and hit bevel emboss, so select that, and now we got bevel emboss selected, and as you can see, it's got like this shiny look to it. So this shiny look and makes it like 3D. And so we're gonna go ahead to our layer effects, our advanced layer effects, and we're gonna go ahead and hit emboss, so it looks like it's popping out more. And our screen, so we're gonna go ahead and go ahead and make this white all the way 100% opacity. And instead of doing white, we're just gonna go ahead and make it a little bit of a, let's see if we can do a silver color, like a grayish color. So we're gonna go to our grayness, and we're gonna go more of a like grayish silver type of color. So like right about here, and then hit OK, and now we got that. We're gonna go ahead and make it maybe a little bit more white, so it's a bit more shinier. Bit more white actually. We'll do 70. Alright, awesome, sweet. Now we're just gonna go ahead and hit close, and then now that we got this going on, we're gonna go ahead and it looks pretty good to me. It looks like the numbers are popping. So now we're gonna go ahead and go back to our layer, and then we're gonna go change our color of the text. So to change the color of the text, let's go ahead and select our text and go here and just make it to like a gray, maybe like a whiter, a little bit. Let's go right here, like this silverish white color. Let's see, maybe on this side a bit more. Go ahead and make it like that. So on our gradient scale, we'll hit 49. That looks good to me. Now we got our numbers. Now they be popping. Now what we could do is maybe add a shadow on them. So if we go back to our effects, we could go ahead and do our outer shadow. So let's go ahead and make an outer shadow, and then we're gonna go ahead and radius, bump it up a bit, and our offset, let's bump it up. So let's make this larger. Let's make this a big shadow. Our offset, we'll go ahead and lower it a little bit, just like this. Maybe do a 9. We'll do a 10, and let's put this radius. That's too big, too much radius. We'll do a radius of 2, and there you go. Now add a little bit of shadow. We might actually want to do a 6 offset, so it's not like a super noticeable shadow, just a slight shadow to give it that look, a little bit more of a 3D effect look. So now we got that. That is sweet, awesome, cool. All right, so let's go back to our layers and go ahead and call the name of this object text. That way it's not just a bunch of 5s. And now we're gonna go ahead and create. This will be a MasterCard. So we're gonna go ahead and just make grab our circle tool, and we're gonna go ahead and make 2 circles. We're gonna do a red circle. So let's go ahead and go back to our colors, RGB, and let's go to red, like not super dark, so it doesn't hurt people's eyes, like so. And this is our RGB hex slider number is FF4242. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab this guy and just bump it down right here, maybe a little bit higher, like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and duplicate that. Control J on the keyboard to duplicate, and then we're gonna go ahead and just bump the G part of our what do you call it? The G part of our colors. We're gonna go ahead and do to yellow. So just move it over to yellow, and it's gonna go ahead and do that more of like an orangey yellow. So that way it's not like super yellow, and we'll just hold shift and drag it over like so. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna want to probably, so we could overlap it. Let's see what our blending styles could be. So we could go ahead and overlap this guy. We're gonna go ahead, actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and just grab both these guys. We're gonna go ahead and hit Control J, and then we're just gonna go ahead and hit intersect. So now we got this cool piece right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn it into a. We're just gonna go ahead and see which one of these layer styles would be best to get. We're gonna go ahead and turn this back into that yellow color. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn it into the yellow color, and then we're just gonna go ahead and just do a. Let's see. So it could show the red a bit. We're gonna go ahead and find a perfect layer style. We'll go ahead and do. I just had one. So I had a good one. Oh, actually, in order to do, it's gonna have to be under. Let's see. Oh, the red one's gonna have to be above the yellow one, and this piece is gonna have to be above that, like so. And then we're gonna go ahead and make it, since it's yellow, go to normal. We're gonna do. Let's see, hard light. And then now that we got the hard light going on, we'll go ahead and just maybe drop the opacity to 50. Nope, we'll keep it 100. Cool. So now that we got that, and now we got that whole, looks like it's intersecting each other look. So with that hard light at 50, and yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and group that together, and move it over to the left a little bit. We'll actually line it up with these numbers right here. So hold shift. Let's undo this. Hold shift and line it up with our text, like so. All right, sweet. Now that we got that going on, we're gonna go ahead and write a name down here. So let's go ahead and do another text piece, like so. And this will be smaller, so we'll go ahead and do 18 point, and then we'll write card holder, and just hit enter. And so you got that card holder, and then let's line it up with our number, our text, and so we can see we can line it up decently. We just add a guide and just line it up to that guide right there. Sweet, awesome. And now we're also going to create a what do you call it? We're also going to go ahead and create another bevel on this one too. So go to your FX again, and then go ahead and do bevel emboss as well. And I wonder if it's still okay. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna have to do emboss, and this guy again. We're just gonna go ahead and change this a little bit to a bit more of a gray, not like super white. Okay, cool. Close that out. And then our outer shadow again, we're gonna go ahead and just play with this a little bit. 3 radius, an offset can be 8. We'll do a 7 offset. And go back to your layers. And now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and add that little microchip. So what we're gonna do for the microchip is just grab our card again, duplicate it, and then we're just gonna go ahead and, while holding Control Alt and Shift all together, just shrink it down like so, so it maintains its what do you call it? So it maintains its proportions. And then we're gonna go to our RGB sliders again, our hex sliders, and we're gonna make it like a gold color. A goldish color, and we're really gonna want to desaturate this guy like that. And so now that we got that going on, we're gonna go ahead and completely uncurve these and then just curve them out a little bit again. Just a slight curve to them like that. Awesome, cool. And now we're just gonna go ahead and throw it up here, round our guideline again right next to it, and we're gonna go ahead and just like about up to there. So maybe it's a bit one more down, and we'll do one more up. Actually, we'll keep it the way we had it. So now it looks pretty good. Looks like it's a credit card, and now we're gonna go ahead and add our lines to our chip. So what we could do is just let's see, we're gonna go add our lines to that chip. How are we gonna do that? Well, we could just go ahead and grab our pen tool and just do this. Make a what do you call it? A square or rectangle, and then go ahead and our strokes. We'll do black stroke, and instead of 8 point, we'll go ahead and do 1 point. Maybe we'll do 2 actually. No, yeah, we'll do a 1.5. 1.5 point. All right, sweet. And then we're gonna go ahead and just grab this guy and curve it out like this. Make a big old curve, and then just bump him up a little bit, and then duplicate that shape we just made. Flip it, and then bring it down up to here like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab both these curves that we just created. Hold shift, grab those curves, and we're gonna drag it into our microchip layer, the color we just made in our layers panel. So we're just gonna go ahead and drag it down and throw it in there like so. And so now we got that little look. So it hides the excess into this actual, like, it just shows what's what do you call it? It shows only what's on this layer itself, so it hides the excess. And so now what we want to do is go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and create another little line. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab our pen tool and hold shift and just go down like this, and then we'll go ahead and just drag this up, hide it in that one, and we're gonna go ahead and curve this guy up like that. And now we got this guy going on. So we're gonna go ahead and grab all those little curves, group them together, and hold shift on this guy. Actually, we're gonna go ahead and bump it up a little bit like this, so it looks more like it's centered. And then what we're gonna do is duplicate our whole group, flip it around, and drag it while holding shift as well. And we're just gonna go ahead and do this so it's touching each other, so they're touching each other. And now you got your little microchip thing going on. So we're just gonna go ahead and grab both these guys together and move them a little bit so it's more centered. So now it's centered, and now you got your little microchip thing. So now we got that, and so now it looks like a actual little microchip, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to do. So now go ahead and hit save, like always hitting save. Don't forget to hit save, because if you do, you're screwed. And so now we're gonna go ahead and just what do you call it? I think that's honestly that's pretty much that's pretty much it. Like, if you want, you go ahead and just maybe grab your text again, and then go ahead and hit your, we'll go up here, and then we'll just call this company. So instead of 50 points, let's just do 24 point, and we'll just do company. And then drag this guy right like about here, like around there, Let's actually grab our guide so we can put it next to our 5s again, and then we'll just put that right there, right next to our guide, right there. That way it's all kind of lined up. And then we'll go ahead and grab this text and we'll change the color into let's grab that blue, and then we'll go ahead and go to our sliders and let's make it a little bit darker. Like so. It's actually just we'll just go ahead and just make it white, or we'll go ahead and go to our grayness and make it more of a silver. 75, there you go. So now we got that. Oopsies. So now we got the whole company thing, and that looks good to me, honestly. So now what we can do is go ahead and move this over 1, and then what we're going to do is create a whole new layer, and we'll go ahead and call this layer, we're going to call this layer shadow for our shadows. And now we're going to go ahead and just make shadows of our we're going to go ahead and create a shadow of the card. So we're going to grab our main card color and then copy it and duplicate it in our new layer, and we're just gonna go ahead and then we're gonna go ahead and duplicate it again, and then we just move it like so, and hold shift to grab both objects, hit subtract, and then go to our CMYK sliders and bump it all the way to 90 and lower its opacity about like this much. And then to give this whole thing a little bit more of a dynamic look, we go ahead and just grab these parts of our shadow and like so, move it around a little bit, then move this a bit more down like so, like this, and then we'll go ahead and just grab this guy, and so it's a bit more clean looking. It's like this. Then we can just get rid of this node entirely and just play with it. Maybe add a node up here like this, like that. There you go. And now we got this going on. We're gonna go ahead and make our light source from the top left corner. So now they have that. Maybe we could actually just bump this guy up a little bit. And obviously you would want to make sure your curve is a lot cleaner than mine. I'm doing this for the sake of the video. And then we're gonna go ahead and grab our pen tool, and we're just gonna go ahead and make a stroke like this. And same, we'll go ahead and grab that color swatch, that same color, and do a 15 point, and go to our pressure, stroke pressure, and put a thing right here. And then just go ahead and bring this guy down like this. And then maybe bring this down a little bit. And then go back to our color and then just lower its opacity like so. And then we'll put it underneath our other shadow that we just did. So if it could work, please. Okay. And we'll go ahead and just add one more shadow. The same process, just another stroke, and then this time we're gonna go ahead and vary the shadow a little bit. So we're gonna make it wide on one side by moving the pressure like that, and then on this side, and then we're gonna go ahead and just make it a little bit even less noticeable, more opacity, and just move it around a little bit like that. And then now we're gonna go ahead and make a new layer, which will be our highlights. So we'll call it highlights. And then we'll go ahead and grab our pen tool again and just make the shape like this. And then we'll go ahead and grab our corner tool and turn this into a corner like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and turn it back into this blue we had right here. Hit blue, and now we're gonna go to our lightness and almost white like so, and then our opacity, we're gonna go ahead and bump it back up, and then instead of a 15 point, we'll go ahead and do 25 point pressure, stroke pressure, and then go ahead and go to your move tool and move it over a little bit, and then go ahead and lower its opacity a bit more like so, and then we'll go ahead and just add another highlight like this, and then we'll just go lower this guy. We'll go ahead and get rid of that, and then bump the right side up, let's see, why is it not going to work the way I thought it should work? We're gonna go ahead and just bring both of these down actually like this, and bring this guy down a little bit too, and bring both these down again some more, and bring this down a bit more, and there you go. There's another highlight right here, and just lower the opacity a little bit more on this one since it's farther away from the light, and then we'll add another highlight right here. And then we're just go ahead and lower the opacity even more because it's even farther away, and it adds a little bit of dimension, dynamicness to the whole illustration. And actually, we might just want to put it here like that. No, we'll just leave it where it was at. So Control Z, and there you go.
This concludes the end of our video of making the simple credit card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, let me know down in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know down in the comments below as well, and hopefully you share this with somebody. And so yeah, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss another upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. Peace.